So Amazon Prime Day is upon us again. And today I have 12 packing items that you'll want to see because it's not your usual same old, same old. So stay tuned. Now, as I said earlier on, this video is going to be a little different with the stuff that I'm showing you for travel gear because it's not going to be a pile of tech. There's a little tech, but not a pile of tech. I have found some really good purchases when it comes to travel clothing that I want to share with you. Now, all the links to the items that I'm going to show you are going to be included in the description area down below with the number that associates with those items. So without any further ado, let's check out the stuff that I found. Now, in my last video where I'm talking about going through the TSA easily, I talked about having jackets with many pockets that you can stuff and then put it into the tray, and you don't have to worry about your smaller belongings like your wallet, your watch, your passport, stuff like that, and it's all in one place. And I have such a jacket to show you. It's this jacket by 33,000 feet. Now, I want to go over all the pockets this jacket has because it has an amazing amount of pockets. But what it doesn't have is the price tag of the Scotty vests. Now, I love the Scotty vests, and they definitely have pocket technology. But the difference in price, this is a pretty darn good vest. So let's go over the pockets. First of all, in the front, right over here, you have two very nice deep pockets. One, two. And on top, you have another nice pocket right over here. And if that wasn't enough, you have another nice big pocket over here. Now let's open up the jacket. Now those front pockets have other pockets here to put stuff in on both sides. One here on this side and one here on this side, and they go down right to the bottom of the jacket. So how many pockets does that make? Well, here on the inside, that's 1, 2, on the outside 3, 4, on top 5, and in the back 6. So this jacket has 6 pockets for you to stuff like crazy, put it into the tray, even have it as your airline comfort if you wanted to, and have an extra layer with you on your trip. So for value and pockets, this jacket can't be beat. And since we're talking about really great jackets for the plane, I found this really lovely lightweight hoodie that comes in lots of colors. It's made out of 92% rayon, which is a bamboo product, and 7% spandex. And it has pockets, which is really wonderful for when you're going through TSA and you want to make sure your stuff is safe. All you have to do is put your stuff into the pockets, take the jacket off, put it into the bin, and your stuff will be all together in one place and relatively protected. Now, it has 2 pockets in the front, and they have zippers, one here and one on the other side. And I apologize for buying it in black because I know it's harder to see, but this is the color I get the most amount of use. And on the inside of the jacket, it has 2 more big pockets for you to put stuff in. So what I really love about this jacket is that it's packable and it all goes into the pocket. Let me show you how. You just kind of turn the pocket inside out like this and you stuff it into the pocket. And the pocket has a dual zipper. It goes either way and you just zip it up. You shake it out and now it's packable, or you can use it on the plane and you can sleep on it and you can wear it around you if it gets too cold, and it unpacks just as easy because you just stuffed it into a pocket. There you go, unpacked. And because it's rayon, it doesn't wrinkle, which is another really big plus. Now this great little jacket comes in 16 colors, so if black is not your thing, they have plenty of colors out there for you, but I always like to take either black or dark blue on the plane because food accidents happen during turbulence. And I love the fact that it has a hoodie, because if I want to tune out the rest of the plane, I just stick it over my head like this. And I really love this, and I think you will too. Now this raincoat is now my new favorite little find, along with that other jacket that I just showed you. I took this jacket with me on our most recent European trip. Now, I did have another raincoat with me, but this is a much lighter raincoat, and you can layer it up. So on the warmer days when it was drizzling, hello Paris, I wore this raincoat. So let me go over some of the features of this raincoat and why I liked it. Now, it's made by Outdoor Ventures, which I've had other raincoats from, and they are 100% waterproof. and their seams are not shoddily seamed together. And I'll show you what I mean when I get to the inside of the coat. Now it does have two pockets here in the front. They zipper up. So one here, one here. It has a nice big hoodie over here with drawer toggles. The jacket has two zippers. It has a top zipper and it has a car zipper at the bottom over here, which I always like. That's a nice feature. It has on the inside toggles to cinch in the waist. So this is an anorak style coat. And it has nice little detailing like the slit here in the back. This is what I was talking about, the way it seemed. Now I bought several other jackets before I bought this jacket, and they all had really nasty kind of rubbery patches here over the seams. But that's not the way Outdoor Ventures makes it. These are thoroughly pressed in, so they're not bothering you. There's not any ridge here. And it also makes for a more seamless protection in the pouring rain, which is very important. The other thing I really love about this jacket is that it's 3/4 length. And as you can see here in the video, you can see how the anorak looks on me, and you can see the nice detailing to it. And you can also see that it comes to a really good length. So you're not just wearing a jacket that'll cut you at the waist. You got full protection down to your mid-thigh. And I really was drawn to that. But here's the other thing that I really loved about this jacket. It's packable. And you have to love a packable jacket. So you don't even have to think much about rolling up this jacket. And this is the size of the jacket rolled up in its own little bag. Now I like it like this for when I'm going out and the weather is questionable and I want to take it just along in my day pack. I'll roll it like this. But I have to tell you, I actually think if I'm just packing it into my luggage, I liked it better folded flat because it was so thin folded flat. I mean, look at how thin this jacket is folded flat. So it's taking up no valuable room in my luggage. So when I went out during the day, I used this. And when I just packed it to put it into my luggage, I did it this way. But either way, it is a fantastic little jacket and it is a fantastic find. Now, this next item is for the guys. And this is something I learned from my friend Ron when we were on the plane. And I pointed it out to my husband because I couldn't believe how good he looked in them. Now, these pants are from Skechers and they are elastic waist pants. Now, when my husband was wearing his joggers, Ronnie was wearing this. And I have to say that these could double as trousers even. They looked so good, but they're so comfortable. And my husband agrees now too. Not only that, they have features for travel, which is even better because it has a little hidden pocket right here on the side. If you need to put stuff in that pocket when you're out and about, it has also the two usual pockets here on the side, and it has these back pockets here with a flap, so they look like pants. So I'm going to show you my husband in these pants. So here's Matt, and as you can see, he does look really good in them, and he could wear these out to dinner if he wanted to and still be comfortable on the plane. So it's one less pair of pants to pack, and it even is adjustable, but on the inside, so you don't look sloppy on the outside. And they're even wrinkle resistant. So the fact that these pants are packable, that they look good and you can wear them out to dinner, you get that comfortable enough to wear on the plane, makes these the perfect travel pants for guys. Now this thing I'm going to show you is called a buff. And if you don't know what a buff is, it's a multi-use kind of item and they come in various sizes. Mine just happens to be, I think, the shortest of the sizes. And why do I like a buff? It can be used in so many different ways. You can use it in cold weather as a scarf. And if it's really cold, you can protect your face. It can be used like a hairband to keep my hair out of my face. And if I'm going to sleep, I can put it over my eyes like this. Or if I'm listening to stuff and I have my earbuds on and I want to just make sure that I keep them in my ears, or I can use them like this over my ears in the plane. And if I want to double it up, I can, like this. And it just drowns out any additional noise. It's just a great multi-purpose item. And the best part about the buff is when you fold it up, this is so small that it can fit anywhere in your airline comfort bag. And for all those reasons, this has become a recent addition to my personal comfort bag. If you're in a hotel or even on a cruise and you don't want to walk barefoot on the carpeting because it's rarely cleaned and you don't know who was there before you, I have the perfect pair of packable slippers here. And they're washable and they're waterproof. And you don't have to worry about the dirt on the rug in the hotel or on board ship. You have these protecting your feet. And the best part is they go into their own little pouch like this, and they take up no room in your bag. And they're washable, as is the bag. So if you're interested in a pair of little slippers, these are great little slippers. Now, my friend Ron had to have been doing a lot of his own research because we were both talking about our rear ends getting sore in economy seats. And yes, we did take economy seats to Europe together. And he brought along this. And he had two of them because he took one along for his wife and one for him. But his wife said she was comfortable enough. I was not comfortable. He wasn't comfortable. The seats are kind of hard in economy. This is a little blow-up cushion for the seat, and it's really quick and easy to blow up. So this seat has two valves, one to blow into and one to out of. Okay, so this is the blow into one. So you'll see how easy it is for me to blow this up. 3 blows, here it is blown up. And can I tell you how comfortable this made that hard seat seem? And this is how easy it is to deflate. Done. And you just fold it up like this. You push the rest of the air out, fold it in half and in half again, like that, and stick it back in the little bag that it came in, and you're done. And look at how thin and little that is. So if you happen to have a problem with the hard seats in economy, this is a must-have. And I have to tell you, it was a total lifesaver for me. Now, this next item was found by my daughter, and it's by Travelon. And I happen to have had other Travelon items before, so I know that they make quality items. And what is it for? Well, it's an airline comfort bag. Now, I know you all know my regular airline comfort bag, which is my tripped bag. And I still love this bag. But what if you're a little pressed for space? Or you want to watch your iPad? And that was exactly the situation she was in because she was flying economy with a very small bag. She wanted something that would do dual duty, and this bag does it. So let me go over some of the unique details of this Travelon bag. First of all, it's a great bag if you happen to download your own videos and you watch them on your iPad or your phone, because it has this top pocket here where you can stick your iPad like this. And you can now watch everything on your iPad because of this little hook here. Put onto the hook of your tray table. And so you can watch everything. I don't know if you can see, but still swipe and do stuff even through the clear covering of this, which makes it in itself really remarkable. It also has 2 pockets here in the back, which I will now show you how much stuff you can get into it and use this as your airline comfort bag. Now let's see what I got into the back of the bag. But first I would like to point out to you is that this bag lays pretty flat, as you can see here. So it's easy to pack, even if you're not packing this inside of here. Now let's go over what I have actually stuffed into this bag. Tide pen, hand sanitizer, eyeglasses, a little bag of all my little bits and pieces that I would keep with me, like my eye drops, tooth floss, some medicine, a nail file, another pen, the Clorox wipes, which you definitely need, my whisk toothbrushes and my dental floss, and my little notebook, 2 masks, the buff that I showed you before, my headphones, my tissues, and finally, my personal wipes. And that's all you need to make you comfortable on the flight. And by the way, the bag can be hung this way or this way, depending on what you're doing on the flight. So I think this is a great little personal find if you're going to be watching movies that you downloaded on the plane and you're also taking along an airline comfort bag. You can save so much space by using this. And if you happen to have any questions about anything I've shown you today, please drop it in the comment section down below. And if you happen to like this video or you're finding any value in it, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below because that helps this channel produce more material like this. Now this next item is kind of more on the tech side, and it is a personal protection device. Now I think that this is necessary for any woman who's traveling alone, and actually anyone if you're in a foreign city, because you never know what's around the next corner. And sometimes these cities have little nooks and crannies that you might want to explore that might not be the safest places. So what's the best way of scaring off someone? is having this birdie. Now it comes with this nice ring and it is gold. And I think it is meant, kind of to look feminine. It also has a keychain to it. But if you don't want to take it this way and you just want it for personal security, it couldn't be easier than this. That was loud, right? That's going to scare away almost anyone because it's going to bring attention to you. And that's what you want to do if you're feeling threatened, is bring attention to you and not make yourself an easy target. And now I travel with this too. And it actually does dual duty because it offers you protection at home and while you're away. So I think this is a great little find. Now you might be wondering what this is, but this is a personal safe and it is so useful. You can use it on a cruise, you can use it on vacation, and let me show you how it works. You open up this little flap here, which isn't very obvious. You set your code for yourself. Release this metal band here, like this. And now you can put this around anything that's fixed and then lock it up by putting that back in here. You open the inside of the case here, and it is very deep because it's kind of concave. So I'm just going to throw in here right now my phone, which is large, and my wallet, which is also large. Now I could get more stuff in here because there's room over here and room over here. So if you're bringing your watch, jewelry, whatever, you can put it in there and then you just lock it up. And if you're going into the pool or you're going out for a swim, you don't have to worry about your stuff going missing that you might leave on your blanket or on your chase lounge. It's all locked up securely in here. It's also really good for hotel rooms because the hotel room safes are not safe. The code is known by a lot of the staff and it's very easy to break into. It's not so easy to break into this. You'd have to come equipped with wire clippers to cut through this because it's pretty heavy duty. So if you want to put your passport in here in the room or your jewelry or whatever, this makes it harder to get into. And I would suggest using something fixed like some furniture and hide it around like underneath your bed or whatever. And you'll know that your stuff is actually really secure. So even though this is not the smallest of items, and I usually show you very small items, I think it's a very important item and it's worth the space if you're going on those kind of trips. So for my next item is a set of 3 dual-sided compression cubes. Now, I loved my old Trip compression cube that had the back side where I could keep other things separate, but they no longer make that. So I have been on the lookout for a dual-side compression cube that does the same job as that compression cube does. And these were highly recommended by an influencer who doesn't do travel. But I have to tell you, I was a bit skeptical when I saw all the bling on these bags. I mean, I'm a practical girl. For me, traveling is a serious thing, and I like stuff that can handle the toughness of being on the road. And I have to say, I didn't think that these were dumb. But I decided to give them a go because I watched her pack it out. Now, they're a set of 3. There's 2 medium-sized one and 1 large one. And the large one is not a really ridiculous-sized large one, but I tend to go with medium-sized bags because they fit into more suitcases. Or you could have a larger suitcase. This large one is not particularly a bad size. The bags are a nice-looking bag, but can it handle a full pack-out like I'm going to give it? Now, I'm going to use the medium-sized packing cube as a point of comparison because I'm going to compare it to my best packing cube, which were my BagSmart compression bags. And we'll see how this one does compared to the BagSmart one. Now, this is the medium-sized BagSmart compression cube that won hands down in the Ultimate Compression Cube video. And I'm going to be using this one because I got a big pack out for it, which is I'm going to be doing my 9-piece capsule wardrobe for 2 weeks. So let's see how this bag does. And now we might be getting to the maximum of this bag. So it fits into the bag. I'm not sure if I can compress it. I'll try. It made it down half side here, a whole side here. This bag will hold it, but it's not going to hold it compressed. And honestly, that's a ton of clothing. So I was a bit skeptical if it could. But now let's see if that other bag can do it. On the top side of the compression cube, I'm going to put in my jeans, a skirt, my cardigan, 7 pairs of underwear, 7 pairs of socks, and an extra bra. And I expected that to close up, no problem. Done. And on the bottom side of the bag, I am going to put my sweater, my top, my dress, a skirt, my pajamas, and a pair of leggings. And they're all gonna go in here, like that. And no compression cube video would be complete without me compressing the bag. So let's go and do it. And the first size is never a problem, and neither is the second. You start to have problems around the third. So far, so good. Push it in, like I said, from the middle. Also, coming around the bend on the last side, and this is always the side that's a little tough. And it's compressed. And look at how thin it is. I mean, it's amazingly thin. Now, I also want you to know that I took this bag on a few trips with me already just to see how well the zippers do. Because I'm always a little bit concerned when I see blingy zippers, blingy pulls, will they hold up? And it holds up. So I gotta say, this bag is a keeper. Now, I love a really good day pack, and this one by Go Next is a really good quality day pack. But there are many things that I like about this specific day pack. First of all, it is really, really thin. I mean, you can pack this anywhere. It comes with this extra tether if you happen to be backpacking and you want this to just hang off the side. And this is the bag fully open. So let's go over some of the features of the bag and you'll see why I really like it. Now, first of all, for nylon fabric, I think that this is pretty good quality nylon fabric. It is not flimsy. It comes with 2 water bottle pockets on each side and slightly padded back straps in the back, which will make for more comfortable carrying of this. It has a front pocket here. That's a good size. And you can put your quick grab items in here, like your phone and your battery pack, which you might need if you're out and about in the city. On the inside of the bag, it is a very large area here, and the pocket that the bag packs into becomes an additional pocket on the inside. So if you have small items that you don't want to get lost in the inside of the cabinet space here, you can put them up in here. And best of all, it's really not an unattractive bag. It even has an extra little hook here in the back if you want to hang it off of something, like you might have a carabiner, which is a nice little addition. So I think that this is a really great little day pack for those of you who want to keep it lean and mean and not have anything take up too much space in either your carry-on or your personal item bag. So this is a little different for me because I normally don't do bags on my Amazon Prime Day videos. But this bag I thought merited showing you because a lot of my viewers talk about making compliance with very, very small bags because they're on European or Asian airlines that really require these very, very tiny bags. And this has to be one of the tiniest bags I ever reviewed and yet could pack out with a week to 2 weeks worth of clothing with a 9-piece wardrobe, which I thought was outstanding. So let's go over the bag's vital statistics. The bag is 12 by 4.5-ish, not really, by 16. And it only weighs 1.5 pounds. And that in itself makes it a great bag. So if you take a look over here, you'll see that the bag is really actually 4 and not 4.5. Now, I often find discrepancies with Amazon bags, and that's why I always buy them and then do my own measurements and do my own layouts, because I find that they don't always measure up the way that it says on Amazon's website, and this bag is no exception. And even if I go across, this bag is really just 12. It's not a true 12. And even from the top to bottom, it's not a true 16. So this is probably the smallest bag you could get and still make compliance with this bag and get all your stuff into it, which is the real trick. But I did weigh the bag, and the bag did weigh 1.5 pounds. Now let's go over the pockets. It has 2 pockets here in front, which are nice and deep, here and here. And they go all the way down, and it has a water bottle compartment, which I would not say is the most generous water bottle compartment. It's good for additional storage. Same thing here. I mean, it would hold like a small bottle, but it's not going to hold a big bottle. It has a really nice deep pocket here. It goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. And in the back of the bag, you have a trolley pass-through and another compartment here for your passport, your glasses, your phone, whatever you want to put in there. Now, this bag has handles that are comfortable to hold, and it is a backpack. This bag does not come with a crossbody strap, but if you need to make compliance for a European or Asian airline, With a personal item bag that's very limited, this bag will do it. Now the Cure bag is made out of water-resistant fabric and it is machine washable, which is great if you want to keep the bag looking clean. So let's pack out this bag and see what I can get into it. Now I'm going to show you this bag fully packed because this is 2 weeks worth of clothing with a 9-piece capsule wardrobe all in this one bag. So let's go over the things that are in here so you know that I told you the truth. On the side, you'll find my sneakers, which are snug to get in and out. There, I got them. And on this side, I have my umbrella, which is also a little snug, but I got it in there. And also my glasses in there too. And in the front, I have my phone, which I am going to need right over here. And I have my battery at the bottom. And on this side, I have nothing. Now, on this side, as you might have seen earlier on in this video, I have my new airline comfort bag, but without the iPad in it. But in the back, I have, in this bag here, all my little stuff that I'm going to need for the plane. My little book, my Tide pen, hand sanitizer, tissues, 2 pens, and a nail file, because you break your nails sometimes on the trip. And on the other side, I have my wisps, 2 masks in case somebody seems really sick on the plane, my headphones, a spare pair of glasses, my personal wipes, and my Clorox wipes, which I have to tell you, this was some find that my daughter gave me. Let's move on to the rest of this bag. Well, on top, I have my liquids bag, which is going to have to go through TSA, and my makeup bag. And I'm going to put a little more makeup than I usually do in there just to make a point. I have also in here my computer and my tablet, which of course your usage may vary and you may take only the tablet or only a computer. But I'm taking the tablet because it goes with this. On the side, I have my brush and your international plug because you're going to also need that on your trip. And in here, in my new compression bag, which I showed you before, I have all my clothing. Now this is the exact same 9-day pack. And I gotta tell you, I was totally impressed with the compression of this bag, which made it possible to get everything into this very, very small bag. And that's everything in this one little bag that will make airline compliance for even the toughest international flights. And if you happen to want to see how I pack out a slightly larger bag than this one, check out this video over here. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.